Hey everyone, welcome back to this explainer. Today we are decoding the architecture of wealth, diving straight into the strategic paths to prosperity, and figuring out exactly why just working harder is rarely the actual answer to financial freedom. I'm really pumped to get into this one with you because these concepts, they're completely foundational. If you've ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels, putting in endless hours, but the financial needle literally will not budge, well, this roadmap is exactly what we need to unpack. So let's just rip the Band-Aid off and confront a pretty painful reality. Why is it that grinding away for 16 hours a day often leaves people totally broke? Seriously, think about it. You look around and you see folks working themselves to the absolute bone every single day, yet they're still struggling to make ends meet. Meanwhile, others seem to pull in exponentially more money without breaking nearly as much of a sweat. The difference? It's almost never about raw effort. Actually, scratch that. It's never just about effort. It completely comes down to strategy. We really need to force a major paradigm shift here. We've got to step away from glorifying raw physical exhaustion and step into the millionaire mindset of strategic systems. On one side, you have your traditional hard work. You know the drill. Pure physical exertion, low-paying repetitive tasks, and just inevitable burnout. But then on the other side, we have smart work. And this is where the magic happens. It is entirely about creating robust systems, constantly leveraging new opportunities, and making smart decisions consistently over time. Being a millionaire isn't about winning an exhaustion contest. It's about being the most strategic person in the room. To systematically rewire how we think about this, we are going to structure our explainer around these 4 core pillars: value generation, mastering the multipliers, building the financial engine, and the millionaire time horizon. Let's jump right in.
Pillar 1, value generation, focusing on high-value skills and massive scale.
Income follows value. It's a simple, everyday phrase, but it's incredibly profound. The market doesn't actually care how many hours you clock. It pays premium prices for the actual value and the specific solutions you bring to the table. Instead of spending years doing low-paying tasks that, let's be honest, almost anyone could be trained to do, the wealthy invest heavily upfront in premium skills. Whether you master coding, high-level sales, content creation, or leadership, you elevate yourself totally out of that outdated time-for-money trap. You become an irreplaceable asset. And listen, scale is absolutely everything. If you're solving a problem for 10 people, that's great, but you're going to earn significantly less than someone who builds a product reaching 10,000 people. Your income is permanently tied to the size of the problem you solve and the sheer volume of people you solve it for. You've got to constantly be asking yourself, how do I expand my reach? Whether it's launching a digital product, building a massive software platform, or creating media, the goal is to shift your impact from a localized 10 to a massive 10,000. All right, moving on to Pillar 2, mastering the multipliers, using leverage and multiple income streams. Here is the hard truth. If you are the main bottleneck in your own life, your income will forever be capped by the number of hours you can stay awake. True leverage means using external resources or systems to multiply your results. Doing everything yourself is a massive, massive trap. Once you realize that multiplying your output is the only real way to break the link between your time and your money, everything changes. The heavy hitters out there employ 4 specific types of leverage to get this done. First, money leverage, using your existing capital to generate more capital. Second, technology leverage, using software and AI to do the work of dozens of people instantly. Third, media leverage, using platforms like YouTube or social media to pitch your product to millions while you're literally asleep. And finally, people leverage, building killer teams and strategic partnerships. You write code once or you record a video once, and it just keeps working for you in the background indefinitely. And because relying on just one source of income is, let's face it, a terrifying risk, you need a mix. A resilient portfolio isn't just one giant monolithic block. It's a healthy, diverse ecosystem. You've got your primary salary or business revenue, sure, but that's backed up by investments, digital products, maybe some real estate, or even affiliate marketing. The goal here is playing offense and defense at the exact same time. If one stream completely dries up, the river just keeps on flowing. Which brings us to Pillar 3, building the financial engine, the synergy of investing and financial intelligence. We've all heard of people who earn crazy money but are somehow still totally broke, right? Well, that happens because they fail to pair their financial intelligence with actual wealth-building assets. Knowing how money works is just as important as making it. You have to nail down budgeting, figure out tax strategies, and understand risk. And then you take that knowledge and you pair it with action. You match your budgeting skills with putting money into index funds. You match tax strategy with acquiring real estate or businesses. It's a perfect synergy. Because earning is really just the starting line. When you invest early and consistently, you let compound growth do all the heavy lifting. Making the money is great, but investing is what actually creates the wealth. When you park your money in vehicles that naturally grow over time, you activate the absolute magic of compounding. It takes these seemingly tiny, ordinary, but consistent little deposits, and like a snowball rolling down a massive hill, turns them into an absolute fortune. Finally, let's hit pillar 4, the millionaire time horizon. Time management and playing the long game. There's this huge trap we all fall into, the default mode of just staying busy. You know the feeling, answering pointless emails, shuffling papers, doing pure busy work that yields zero actual return for your future. Goal-oriented focus is the exact opposite. It's a ruthless prioritization of what actually moves the needle. It's dedicating time to learning high-value skills, networking with the right crowd, and investing. You have to stop and ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now actually getting me closer to financial freedom, or am I just running on a treadmill? Look, most of us crave that overnight success. We want it tomorrow. But millionaires, they think in entirely different scales. They're planning in years and decades. Year 1 is never about massive windfalls. It's literally just about repeating small, smart actions day in and day out. But year 5, you're deep in the trenches, patiently building out your brand and your investments. And as you cross into that first decade and beyond, that is when all that unyielding persistence finally explodes into truly extraordinary financial outcomes. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one big, slightly uncomfortable question to really chew on. We've seen that hard work alone is just going to make you exhausted. But smart work, backed by systems and extreme discipline, can make you wealthy. The architecture of wealth isn't built on a foundation of sweat. It's built on leverage, strategy, and time. Take a hard look at your daily routine and the skills you're currently building and